What's up, fight fans? This is Beterviev with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Tony Bellew. Get this. Tony Bellew rages at Artur Beterviev after Smith win. He said, our sport needs looking at. Artur Beterviev continued his fearsome form by adding a 20th stoppage victory in many fights to his record, this time against Callum Smith. Of course, Smith challenged the unified heavyweight champion, but Beterviev held onto them by knocking the Brit down twice before the corner called it quits. And commenting on the performance, world champion turned pundit Tony Bellew praised his fellow Liverpool native before questioning how Beterviev is getting stronger with age. He said he's a beast and a fighter who is getting stronger as he gets older, which is hard to believe, but he is. Callum Smith, as brave as anything, a soldier who went there and gave it everything, faced that monster in his backyard. So frustrated because I want to say more. Boxing. Obviously, we want to see Beterviev next. It's a great fight, but please show me a fighter who has gotten stronger with age. He's 39 and he's getting more destructive. Physically, that's not usually possible, but he is doing it. Our great sport needs looking at like baseball was. Ouch. Wow. People, you don't have to be a genius to know what Tony Bellew is saying, or what he's implying, basically. Okay, he's saying that Artur Beterbiev is a cheater. Let's just call it what it is. You know what I mean? He didn't say he's a cheater. He didn't say he took PEDs. He didn't say these things. He didn't even say and bring up the fact that the atypical findings. He didn't bring up any of that shit. But he did mention something that does not normally happen. And what people do, they say certain things and expect you to figure out what they mean. And Tony Bellew has just done that. Okay, so like I told you guys from Eddie, and Eddie, questioning that this might have planted a seed for other seeds to be planted based on the harvest that seed produces. Okay? In other words, what Tony Bellew said might raise the ears of other people that wanted to say the same thing and haven't, like Eddie Hearn, like his friend, his British countryman, right? And I'll say this. I don't think Beterviev is getting stronger. Me personally, I don't think he's getting stronger. I think he's just been strong and people fuck around and find out when they get in there with him. I think he is a guy that I don't question those atypical findings. I think those tests, sometimes they are not, some of them are sensitive. And I think the more sensitive a test is, the more it's likely to misread certain things. But if you had nothing to hide, like I don't think Beterviev has nothing to hide. He's not worried about anything. But someone like Tony Bellew, this may be an emotional reaction, but it's based on things that some people may question. Who have you seen has gotten stronger with age, better with age, quicker with age? Now, he didn't say quicker and all that stuff. He's saying he's got stronger. It's something to ask. I mean, it's something to definitely look at, because Tony Bellew is the first one that came out and said, wait a minute. Who's ever heard of this here? Shout out to Callum Smith for doing what he did to fight the guy in his backyard. But then, whoever heard of this guy doing this? Well, let's say this. 19 other men have. They have all reached their destruction, some shape, form, or fashion of quitting, being stopped, or getting knocked out. Okay? So 19 others. You know, it's not like Beterviev has started knocking people out at a later age. It ain't that. It ain't like he's all of a sudden having this surge of something that he's never done before. He's done the same shit for 20 fights. He's taken everyone out cold. This barbaric nomad, down by law, radical, tough, angry, strong mother sucker has done that. And I don't think you should. I mean, I know people are going to question it. They question Manny Pacquiao. You know what I mean? Basically, Tony Bellew has went the route of Floyd, Money Mayweather when Manny was kicking ass and stopping guys like Cotto and dropping guys like Sugar Shane Mosley. And, you know, him fighting those guys himself, he couldn't and it wasn't able to do so. So he asked questions that made you think, that made you ask, hey, Floyd, why are you asking these questions like that? Why are you asking these questions? You didn't notice his head got big? You didn't notice he went from a 7 to an 8 hat, a fitted hat. Where was Manny Pacquiao 96? Where was he 97? Where was he 98? He was a pro before me, right? So Tony Bellew is basically doing the same thing Floyd did. He's just, he's just coming out fourth. And I think, this is the question you ask yourself, okay, logically, okay, to see if this is an emotional response. If Callum Smith was from Ireland, if he was from Australia, if he was from America, would Tony Bellew have something to say about this fight? That's the question you ask yourself. I think this may be an emotional response from Tony Bellew based on the fact of something that he didn't mention, but like he said, he wants to say more. You see what I'm saying? And he doesn't want to say too much because he knows, Team Beterviev himself probably wouldn't do anything, but his team, that won't stop his team from doing something. Hey, Tony, shut the fuck up or we're going to sue you for defamation of character. Right? That could happen. You can't, the freedom of speech, what's that? You ain't got that really. You can't speak your opponent, your opinion really. Not really. So people, I think that Tony Bellew, based on his countrymen fighting, based on, the fact that, most fighters get slower. They don't get better. Power, though, is always the last to go. So I don't know why he wouldn't expect him to, still be strong. Because, power, is still there if he's known for that. And due to all the other guys that he beat, every single one of them that he's ever meet, he's beat bars. So I think Tony Bellew, this is more of an emotional response. But don't be surprised based on how Tony has came out. There won't be others with the same idea or the same opinion. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Tony Bellew in rage, coming out, asking, insinuating, implying that that Beterviev is cheating. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been counterpunching. Peace.